Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host, Frank the Vamp, and welcome to another edition of 80's Movie Showdown. And if you've never seen 80's Movie Showdown before, it's basically a movie comparison that we do, a very fun movie comparison where we use crazy categories such as coolest kill, best story, funniest moment, funniest sidekick, things like that, to determine which of these two 1980s movies is the most fun to watch. And we done several in the past, but I decided to revive this this segment, and I hope you guys enjoy it because we have two heavyweights. And by the way, this is not just any ordinary 80s showdown, because we're gonna have the March Madness edition. That means we're actually gonna have a tournament. Yes, for those of you who are not fans of basketball, or and probably don't live in the US, March Madness is where college, different college compete for the best college basketball crown, and it's sort of a tournament with a lot of contenders here. And in here we're going to have 8 movies that are going to fight each other to see which is the best most fun vampire movies of the 1980s. And the first 2 contestants are Vamp versus The Lost Boys. So without any further ado, let us begin by talking about these very 2 fun movies. By the way, I love these 2 movies. I can watch them pretty much every day. I've seen them so many times, and the more I watch them, the more fun I have. Let's begin with Vamp. Made in 1986, directed by Richard Wenk, starring Chris Makepeace, Robert Rossier, the beautiful Grace Jones, and the incredible freaking funny Guy Watanabe. And the first category we're going to talk about is best story. So you have these 2 crazy guys trying to join a college fraternity, right? So how are you going to impress people? How are you going to get into a fraternity? How are you going to impress the judges? And hey, we got to get a stripper, right? So we're going to go to town and we're going to get a stripper, but they need a car of the local loser, which is Watanabe. And they finally get to the strip club. Everything is cool, except this strip club is no ordinary strip club. It has real bloodsuckers, vampires, and Grace Jones happens to be the head vampiress. Yeah, and then crazy situations ensued. Versus The Lost Boys, made in 1987, and this wonderful picture was directed by Joel Schumacher, starring the 2 Corys, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Patric, among others. And this is just where Corey Haim is moving into this beautiful California surfer town, which is not Santa Cruz. No, it's not Santa Cruz. And Santa Carla, I think they call it. And they go in there, with the brothers, with their mom, moving in and thinking everything's gonna be hunky dory there. And everything is, it's really fun. There's a boardwalk, there's surfing, there's a beach. Everything is perfect except for the freaking vampires. Luckily and unluckily, Michael, which is Corey Haim's brother there, accidentally contracts vampirism, but there's only one cure to kill the head vampire. And none other than the Frog Brothers are going to help him to go all the way and kill all the freaking bloodsuckers. So, who gets the first point? Who gets the best story? Bar none, the Lost Boys. I mean, let's just be real. You know, that going into a strip club, you know, and well, I guess it was the first time it was being done, but it's just a little bit too simple. And now I'm thinking that Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino may have got some of this for their Lost from Dusk Till Dawn. I think the bar is called After Dark, and they have a song called It's Only After Dark. Nah, no, just a coincidence. Anyways, definitely more complex, more fun, more twist filled, more great stars. Lost Boys gets point number 1. So we go to category number 2, which is scare factor. Which of the 2 movies are scariest? Because, hey, you know, they're scary movies, right? So, there's definitely the moments. I love the oh, by the way, there's spoilers on this, so I can talk about anything here. And I'll put that in the description. So, yeah, tons of scary moments. And to the which ones that are even better, it's I will say that the scariest moment, you know, from, you know, they definitely go a little bit darker with Vamp. Even though Lost Boys does have a share of some moments that are kind of cool, you know what I mean? But as far as which one makes like the most impression, which is the coolest one that stays with you, you know, you know, being how can I say, vulnerable to a woman there, you know, you're all horny and you're all stupid, it's probably when you become the most vulnerable and easiest to get. So definitely I would say, you know, without a doubt, that Bam has a little bit of darker tone and a more of adult tone. It's more of an adult movie than the Lost Boys. Is just a little bit too campy. So the darker tone, scarier makeup, and one hell of a scary Grace Jones gets the point for the scare factor. So 1-1 tie so far. Hey, coolest kill. Tough category, guys. From Vamp, we have the ending scene where Grace Jones gets classically burned to a crisp because of the sun, and the coup de grace. It's the corpse flips off our hero and heroine at the end. Now, in the other side, we have Corey Haim using an arrow, gets the vampire right in the heart and shoots it into the stereo, where he gets electrocuted. Death by stereo. Even though the Grace Jones, you know, it's unbelievable. I mean, unbelievably shocking and dramatic, the ending and everything. But no one can beat Death by Stereo. No one. Lost Boys gets the point. 2-1 takes the lead. Skin factor. Oh boy. There's a no contest right here. When it comes to skin factor, yes. Michael's girlfriend is hot. Yeah, we see some little bit of hotness here in this 80s movie, if leather is your thing. However, the real skin factor is like the sexuality that a strip club has is so powerful. Plus, Grace Jones. Great. I mean, I think about it. If you're gonna do Grace Jones, you have to have balls of steel. because otherwise your balls will shrivel up and go back into your sack. Totally. If you're gonna do it, you better bring it, because otherwise Grace will get disappointed and kill you. Well, she may just kill you anyways if she's hungry. Yes. Vamp gets the point, so we're back to tie 2-2. Funniest sidekicks. Oh man, that's a tough one. The Frog Brothers. The Frog Brothers. I mean, what can I say? They kick so much ass. They know everything that there's to be. They know everything about vampire if it's in a comic book. They're totally cheesy. They're over the top. Corey Feldman's just awesome as the main brother, and it's just that no matter how they're fun, they're brave, they're ballsy. You know, the attack of any monster thing. Oh, I just die. I die laughing every time I see the Frog Brothers, and they're so cool. And they reprise their roles on the sequels. Not so good sequels, but yeah, sequels. Now, in Vamp, this is a heavyweight here. Gid Watanabe is like he plays the stereotypical Asian, cheesy, yuppie, dumb, weirdos, over-sexual, super, vampire wannabe. Gid Watanabe could be awesome. I mean, if I could, how can I say, he should be in more movies. He was fantastic, unbelievably underrated. That motherfucker's so funny. There's just no beating him. There's only two persons that can beat him, and those are the Frog Brothers. Sorry, the Frog Brothers lost to Gid Watanabe, but it was close. So, and in the end, Lost Boys takes the league 3-2. So, one category less, fan factor. If if there's a tie, then I will be the judge for the tiebreaker, of course. So, what movie is the most fun? It's rough because, yeah, you can say The Lost Boys is the quaint, essential 80s vampire movie. It's so 80s. It's so awesome. It has a guy with a punk rock haircut, playing saxophone, which you could never see anywhere else, ever in another area. And he has the beautiful cinematography. He has the late, one of the late Corys, and Corey Haim, and he has a nostalgia factor that's huge. However, Vamp, in the other side, it's so fun, it's so campy, it's so stupid, but it just makes you laugh. And the scene, like I said, the scene where Katrina's giving the dance also reminds me of Dusk Till Dawn, from Salma Hayek's Dance. Totally, so I guess there's an influence that they left for other movies. It's close, but there's no way the Lost Boys can lose. The Lost Boys win. Yeah. Rock and roll. So there you have it. That was, did you like my video? Like it. Subscribe. And stay tuned for way more, 80s movies. Showdown. And remember, this is only the beginning of the tournament. There's other 6 movies that are going to compete. Stay tuned for way more fun, way many more videos. And from Frank the Vamp to you, see you till next time. See you after dark.